There's a common occurrence with me trying to sell my stinking Mustang is people want to meet, I'll go meet them, and then they won't show up. So I really think I'm keeping the car against my will now. That being said, I really want to sell this car so I can get a Prius, because if I can get a Prius, then it's going to be a whole lot more fuel efficient and a lot less, I don't know, loud. Also, I ceramic coated the car and it feels really weird when you touch it with your hands. And something more interesting about having sell this Mustang and I get a Prius, then I'm gonna sell my truck, and my plan is to get a Corvette. I think there's a code reader in my car to clear the code every time it starts. Another interesting thing, know how my fancy exhaust is a zip tie holding it in instead of a bracket on the driver's side. That's because they don't make the bracket anymore. It came like this, but there's all these funny little bumps under the wing. The second thing I ever fixed on this car was this. It used to have a bunch of bolts in here and the thing would still wiggle to the side. I fixed it by just putting in 2 bolts in 2 pre-drilled holes and tightening it up. If I sell it today, the last things I bought for the car were detailing products. The last functional things I bought for the car, or the last functional things I put on the car, were spark plugs, because I had to fix the O2 sensors before I could fix the spark plugs. But all that being said, I love my car that I named Winnie. Winnie the Pooh, because it was a piece of when I bought it, and it hasn't been much better. It's a lot louder, it's a lot more fun to drive, and it does burnouts literally every time you give it gas. I just sold the Mustang, and now I'm walking down the street with a whole shit ton of cash in my pocket, and I got the license plate in my hand. So yeah, the title is true. I did just sell my Mustang. But that's not the worst thing, because now I'm gonna get a new project car right after I finish the truck, which I have to finish that before I can get another project car. But that does mean I get to get a new daily. And if I get a new daily, what kind of car should I get? I've been thinking of getting a Prius, because they get 50 miles to the gallon, the newer ones. But I've also been thinking of getting another Ford, like a Ford Fiesta or Ford Focus. They get pretty good gas mileage, and they're also still sports cars, hot hatches, that get a little bit boogie when you go into the gravel. And right now, like, the 2 cars that would be easiest for me to get would be a Prius or a Fiesta, which obviously those are both fuel efficient cars. But stock, they're not very fast. Which leaves me in a predicament, because they're not fast. If I got a Prius, you can't make a Prius fast. But a Fiesta, you can. So I was thinking I could get, if I got a Prius, I could get a Corvette. But if I got a Fiesta, I could save up to get a project car and then make the Fiesta fast. We're also talking like 2010s and newer, so they're not going to be like super retro. They're going to be newer cars, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. But if you guys have other suggestions, let me know. I'm not getting a Nissan. Right now, I do not want a Nissan. I want something reliable. That's why I'm talking Ford and Toyotas. And Chevrolets. Because if I got a Ford, a Toyota, or a Chevrolet, then I could have a reliable car as my daily. And then I can always get a sports car not a Miata. That's not a sports car, that's a road car. That's a roadster. I could get one of those if I sold the truck. Regardless of however this pans out, I need a daily. That's gonna replace the Mustang. Then I need a sports car to replace the truck. We're not getting another truck. I'm not getting another truck because trucks just really don't do it for me. I don't really need a truck, so I'm not gonna get a truck. So that's the reason behind that. Which might be a little weird why I wouldn't want a truck, is because I don't do truck things, and I don't off-road that often. Because I just live in a place where you can't really off-road. But I do live near 2 drag strips. And 3 skid pads. Also, before anybody says anything, I'm not getting another Mustang. At least not until I've had another sports car in between Mustangs. Because I don't want to get stuck in a Mustang loop. But that's just generally been my thought process for the past couple of days. It's just been, now that I sold the Mustang, what do I do? Because I sold it on Sunday. It is Tuesday now. So I'm kind of just like, what do I do? How do I move forwards? And I know a lot of people here have a lot of opinions on my vehicles and choices. And you might mention new options that aren't Nissans that I could get, or Mazdas. Or Mazda, some Mazdas, just not an MX-5. MX-5s right now just aren't in the categories of options. Oh yeah, and for sports cars, they have to be carbureted. We're gonna do big burnouts, and we're not gonna do turbos, we're gonna do superchargers. And superchargers get a lot easier, a lot simpler to work with when it's carbureted, because it's either a pull through or push through, which makes my life easier. Because all I have to do is run the carburetor normal, if it's a pull through, normal, and then just up the jets every time I need it to. I know this is going to be like a mini montage of the Mustang. So if you have any ideas of what I should do with the next car, how I should reveal it, please let me know. And here's the outro I filmed yesterday. So I just sold my Mustang, and I'm kind of relieved now that I don't have to worry about selling it anymore. But now I'm kind of stressed. What is the next project car I'm gonna have other than the truck? I know we're gonna do a whole bunch of work on that truck and we're gonna get it finished, and then we gotta sell it. But surprises on what I'm gonna be replacing it with, guess down in the comments. But thank you so much for watching this video, and subscribe.